For over 20 years, the story of One Piece has been framed as a race for pirate supremacy, a grand rivalry between Monkey D. Luffy and the man who represents his darkest reflection, Marshall D. Teach. Parallel to this pirate chaos is the world government, a global authority that claims to be a collective of equals. They present the Five Elders as the peak of leadership, overseen by the empty throne, a symbol promising that no single person will ever rule the world as a tyrant. But that 800-year-old promise was shattered the moment a shadow was seen ascending those steps. Hidden in the heart of Mary Geoise sits Imu-sama. This is the secret ruler whose very existence is a crime to mention, and whose presence proves the entire global order is a mask for a solitary dictatorship. Imu's presence redefines the conflict. While Blackbeard fights to become a king, Imu is already the hidden owner of the world. Luffy's journey is in pursuit of absolute freedom, making a secret, world-controlling monarch the ultimate obstacle to everything he represents. Imu maintains this control through the erasure of time itself. The Void Century is a 100-year gap in the historical record that the world government aggressively censors to keep the origins of their power hidden. When the scholars of O.P.A attempted to bridge that gap, the government responded with cannon fire. They burned the world's greatest library to the ground and wiped the island's population from the map to ensure the truth stayed buried. This creates a direct ideological clash. Luffy builds his life on inherited will and the preservation of dreams. Imu's authority depends on the systematic destruction of history and memory. This hierarchy is absolute. To the public, the Five Elders are the ultimate voices of the law, commanding admirals and kings with a single word. But in the privacy of the Flower Room, these same five men, the most powerful figures in the known world, fall to their knees in total, silent submission to Imu. This dynamic proves the world government is not a council, but a tyranny masked by bureaucracy. It stands as the direct opposite of Luffy's refusal to rule or conquer anyone. The kingdom of Lulusia wasn't conquered by a fleet. It was struck from the sky and erased, leaving nothing but a hole. To Imu, a country is just a variable that can be deleted, representing absolute control over the planet. The only threat to this sterile order is a lineage known as the Will of D. From Gold D. Roger, to Marshall D. Teach, to Monkey D. Luffy. Those carrying the initial act as agents of chaos. They are friction in Imu's perfect machine. Because the D clan is driven by an inherent urge for freedom, they serve as the natural enemy to a system designed for total, silent obedience. Whitebeard's final prophecy warned that finding the One Piece triggers a war that will come crashing against the gates of the world government. Finding that treasure means exposing the 800-year-old lie of the Void Century, making the truth Imu's greatest vulnerability. Once that truth is out, divided factions begin converging. Pirates, revolutionaries, and citizens are forced into a single movement against the shadow. This final conflict pits a system of total control against unbridled freedom. Imu is the source of the world's censorship and its rigid, oppressive hierarchy. To dismantle that system, Luffy must confront its architect directly. As long as Imu sits on the empty throne, the world remains a cage. For Luffy to be truly free, the shadow ruler must fall.